humans, and welcome back to the Ash Baking Podcast. On today's episode, I changed up what like for the day. I have a couple episodes with some wonderful guests that I was considering to upload today, but there's been something else on my mind, so those are going to be pushed to the next couple weeks. And so today I want to talk about healing. I think that everybody at some point in life is going to go through a period of pain and afterwards a period of healing. And whether that's from a loss, a breakup, an attempt, or anything of the sort, it's definitely something that everyone is going to face at some point, and so it's something that I feel the need to talk about on here. I think one of the giant misconceptions about healing is that as soon as you start on your healing process, things just go up. But the fact and the truth about healing is that it truly is not linear, in the sense that things come and go. Healing gets better one day, and the next day you might feel like you're back to where you started. And that's okay, because healing is a process. Healing is not a place that you get to. Healing is not the end goal. The end goal can be whatever you decide it to be. Whether that to be happy, or to get over a sense of grief or loss, or to be grounded, stable. Depending on your situation, you'll be able to determine for yourself what that end goal is. And in order to get to that end goal, go through the process that is healing. And this will look very different for everybody, and that's okay. Healing is not a process that is linear in that regards, and doesn't look the same for everybody simultaneously. And that's okay, because healing is what you choose to make of it. Healing goes up and down. But while you're on a journey of ups and downs, it is still healing, it is still growth, it is still the process of getting better, per se. And that is called growth. And so, even if you might think that on days where you feel like you're back to where you started and that healing is quote unquote not working, just remember that the process of healing is up and down, is chaotic, is all over the place, and that's just how life goes sometimes. And something else I want to mention is that with healing comes support from friends, from family, from outside sources, whether that be a therapist or anything of the sort. Medication, whatever you need to have that boost. But most of all, it comes from yourself. And it comes from trusting that you truly want to get better. Because if at one point you wanted to get better, then you need to dive into that trust and the belief that you truly want that for yourself. Because there are going to be days where you are going to forget that you want to get better, and your mind is going to question whether you want to dive into the sadness or the loneliness or the suicidal thoughts, whatever it is for your situation. And it's all about knowing that there is a part of you and there is a time where you do truly want this. And so being able to tap into that, even if you're unable to feel it, on the days where it's harder, that it doesn't feel like you're growing and you're healing, be able to believe, to trust that there is a version of you that wants this, is what can keep you going. And of course, that's not easy. It's very much easier said than done. And it's one of those things that I want to reassure you is something that will take time. It is something that will take time to believe and trust, because most of us don't like to believe in ourselves, and most people don't like to trust ourselves. And so it's not, the way that I'm trying to phrase it is that it's not the sense of trusting yourself, but more trusting the process of healing, and that knowing that it truly does take the time, but also the effort that you put into it. It's also one of those things that there will never be instant gratification when it comes to healing, because that's not how it works. When it comes to healing, it is a process that will take a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort, and a lot of small decisions every day to push yourself to where you want to be. And so, something that I heard about recently from a good friend of mine was this concept of dreaming, and whether that be creating a collage or a Pinterest board of the kind of person that you want to be and the kind of life you want to be living. And if that is in front of you every day, whether that be on your desktop screen, your phone screen, put up on your wall in your room, then every decision that you make, if it is going to lead you to becoming that person or living that kind of life, then make those decisions. And if they don't, and if they are decisions that are not going to serve you, then you can choose to say no to those thoughts and those decisions and those choices, because life is all about choices, and it's about choosing what you want to prioritize and choosing what's not important to you. And especially when you're at a point in your life where you feel the need to go through the process of healing, the process of loss, whether that be of somebody else or something else, or of yourself. There's one to keep reminding yourself that there are things in life that are important, and being able to determine what those things are and be able to pinpoint them and remind yourself constantly of the things that are important to you is what is going to keep you going and what's going to make this process of healing easier and better for you in the long run. I also think that healing can really look different, and progress specifically can look different to everyone. There's progress and there's healing in being around other people. There is progress and healing in being alone. There is healing in talking to people. There is healing in silence. And there is healing in getting things ticked off your to-do list. And there's healing in letting yourself rest and staying in bed for however long you need to. It's all relative to what you feel you need in order to become the person and live the life that you want. Because even if it doesn't feel like it right now, there is a version of yourself that you want to be, and there is a life that you want to live. And it's about making the steps and decisions every single day in order to get there. with that comes a lot of patience. And again, this is not something that is easy necessarily to do, because when it comes to the idea of patience, we are putting forth the belief in the world that things will come and things will get better. And often when people are in the rut of their sadness, despair, depression, whatever you are going through, it is hard to place belief in something outside yourself and trust in anyone or anything, both within yourself and outside of yourself, to be able to do so. But what I want to remind you all is that healing, although not easy, although not linear, and although it's difficult because it takes a lot of time and patience and trust and into various things that we can't really reach right now. But although all those things are true, healing is powerful. And if you give it the time, the patience, the energy, the effort, the decision making, and the grace that it takes to let yourself heal, you will see the magic and the power that comes with that. And my hope is that no matter what you're going through, or what you have gone through, or what you will go through, because everyone goes through something, that you hold on long enough and you're able to put in the work to see the power and the magic that life has to offer. Because when you see it, it can be beautiful. And while it will take time, I know it's something that as of right now I'm not able to see for myself, but I know that there have been moments where I've been able to see it in the past, and so I know that there will be moments where I'll be able to see it again. And being able to have reminders, whether that's affirmations for yourself or through the people around you, reminding yourself that there are people who care about you and who want you to get better, will fuel your own desire to get better. Maybe not for yourself just yet. It might start with others and you wanting to get better so that they feel better. But one day you'll feel it for yourself. And I absolutely can't wait for you to feel that. So that's a wrap on today's episode. It's a bit all over the place, but just wanted to share some honest thoughts about what's been on my mind recently. That's kind of the whole point of this platform. And so I hope you have a lovely week, and don't forget, you are amazing, you are loved, and as always, I thank you for being here.